Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. In this section, we'll uncover how this iconic dish made its way around the world and explore some exciting twists you can put on this classic recipe. Let's jump in. Breadcrumbs, flour, and eggs, the coating essentials. The crispy, golden brown crust is what defines a perfect Wiener Schnitzel. The coating isn't just one ingredient, it's a three-part process that transforms a simple cutlet into a culinary icon. Here's how it works. Flour, the first layer. This step is essential for helping the egg stick to the meat. Lightly coat the cutlet in plain all-purpose flour, shaking off any excess. The key here is a thin, even dusting. Eggs, the glue of the coating. Whisk fresh eggs with a pinch of salt until the mixture is smooth. Dip the floured cutlet into the egg mixture, ensuring complete coverage. Some cooks like to add a splash of cream or milk to the eggs for extra richness. Breadcrumbs, the final layer and the star of the outer texture. Traditional Wiener Schnitzel uses plain, dry breadcrumbs. Avoid panko or overly coarse crumbs, they'll create a crust that's too thick. Gently press the breadcrumbs onto the cutlet, but don't pack them in too tightly. A loose coating allows the crust to puff up slightly when fried, giving it that signature light and airy crunch. A few tips to perfect the coating. Don't let the coated cutlets sit too long before frying. If the breadcrumbs absorb too much moisture, they'll lose their crispiness. Never double dip in breadcrumbs. A heavy coating will overpower the delicate meat underneath. Use one hand for the dry ingredients, flour and breadcrumbs, and the other for the wet, egg. This keeps things cleaner and avoids clumping. The balance of these three elements is where the magic happens. When fried properly, the outside turns a deep, golden brown, while the inside stays juicy and tender. That textural contrast is what keeps diners coming back for more. By focusing on these core ingredients and techniques, you'll create a Wiener Schnitzel that stays true to its roots while wowing anyone lucky enough to try it. How's that for a slice of Austria's finest? The art of cooking Wiener Schnitzel. Cooking Wiener Schnitzel is a balance of tradition and precision. This Austrian classic is as much about technique as it is about ingredients. To achieve the signature golden, crisp coat and tender interior, mastering the cooking process is essential. Let's break down what goes into crafting the perfect Wiener Schnitzel, from traditional methods to foolproof tips for nailing that golden crust. The traditional preparation method. Authentic Wiener Schnitzel is all about simplicity done right, and frying is at the heart of it. Traditionally, this dish is pan-fried in clarified butter or lard. Why these specific fats? They handle high heat well without burning, ensuring the coating gets crispy and golden while the meat stays tender. Here's how the frying process is done the traditional way. Choose the right pan. Use a shallow pan or skillet with a wide surface area. A heavy-bottomed pan, like cast iron or stainless steel, helps distribute heat evenly while preventing hot spots. Use clarified butter or lard. Clarified butter, also called ghee, adds a subtle richness without the milk solids that can burn easily. Lard is another traditional choice, offering a clean, neutral flavor while allowing the temperature to stay consistent. These fats are key to getting that iconic texture without the risk of deep frying. Heat the fat carefully. Aim for the sweet spot where the fat is hot enough to cook evenly but not so hot that it scorches. A common tip is to test the temperature by dropping in a breadcrumb. If it sizzles gently and begins to brown, you're ready. Fry one at a time, avoid overcrowding. Fry each cutlet individually to prevent the oil temperature from dropping, which can lead to soggy, uneven cooking. The method is deceptively simple but requires attention to detail. As you fry, tilt the pan slightly so the hot butter or lard flows over the top of the cutlet. This helps it cook evenly and maintains that perfect color on all sides. Traditional preparation is unapologetically about sticking to the basics. It's less about shortcuts and more about honoring the process that has been perfected over generations. Achieving the golden brown crust. The hallmark of an expertly cooked Wiener Schnitzel is its crust, golden, airy, and crisp. Achieving this perfection doesn't happen by luck but by following a few key tips on temperature, timing, and technique. Set the right temperature. Temperature control is your best friend when it comes to frying. Too hot, and the crust will burn before the meat is fully cooked. Too cold, and you'll end up with greasy, soggy schnitzels. Maintain a steady frying temperature of about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. If the oil isn't hot enough, the breading will absorb excess fat, ruining the texture. Use enough fat. The key is shallow frying, not deep frying, allowing you to cook the schnitzel in hot oil while flipping it halfway through. Make sure the oil covers at least half of the schnitzel, but don't submerge it entirely. Don't rush. Frying each schnitzel to a perfect golden brown requires patience. The process should take about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Resist the temptation to flip too often. Allow each side to develop that crunchy exterior before turning it over. Final steps and serving suggestions. Once your Wiener Schnitzel is perfectly golden, remove it from the pan and let it drain on a paper towel to remove any excess oil. Serve immediately for the best texture and flavor. Now, let's talk about the most common accompaniments that elevate this dish even further. Traditionally, Wiener Schnitzel is served with lemon wedges. A fresh squeeze of lemon juice adds a touch of acidity that balances the richness of the fried coating. Another classic accompaniment is potato salad, often served warm or with a tangy vinaigrette. Some even prefer a side of lingonberry jam, offering a sweet contrast to the savory flavors. For a true Austrian experience, don't forget the side of vegetables, like cucumber salad or roasted carrots. Together, these sides complement the richness of the schnitzel and round out the meal. Whether enjoyed in a cozy Viennese restaurant or prepared at home with friends and family, Wiener Schnitzel promises a satisfying meal that combines both tradition and a touch of luxury. So next time you bite into that crisp, golden crust, take a moment to savor not just the taste, but the centuries of culinary history that brought it to your plate. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.